3 weeks. Okay, we'll see. I'll see you in the playoffs. I'll see you in the playoffs. Okay.
We're a little over 48 hours away from the NFL draft, and future Bears quarterback Caleb Williams joined the Pivot podcast to talk about his long-term goals, which include chasing Tom Brady. Take a listen.
Love LA. LA was great. Now that I want to play at one place for 20 years and chase one guy, number 12, I want a place that loves ball. You know, that's all I've heard about Chicago so far.
Okay.
Well, I'll admit, this will surprise the audience, but it's true. I have a weird thing in my brain where I don't know jersey numbers. So when I read this quote, it's like, okay, sweet. He's talking Mahomes. and then I saw everyone talking. I just don't know. I know everyone's like, how do you not know jersey numbers? I just don't see. I know. Everyone thinks I know it. I just don't see it. When I see players, I don't see jersey numbers. I mean, listen, I have been the Caleb guy. I hope to continue to be. I put him on Mahomes Mountain when he was a sophomore in college. Let's take a bite at a time.
Sure.
And you really, if we're following the realistic timeline here, by the time, if you were to pass 12, at that point in time, that only gets you second place.
Here we go.
Pay respects to Patrick and set your sights higher. Like that's all I would say. And also,
8 Super Bowls.
And also, by the way, Tom didn't only play in one place. That's the other piece of it. None of it really makes.
He though?
I don't know. I mean, he won a Super Bowl elsewhere.
It's kind of.
He played.
Felt like he brought Patriots south.
No. For 1 year he brought Gronk with him. That's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I appreciate the lofty goals. I'd maybe tweak the length. But also in his defense, maybe he has the same jersey number thing I have.
I doubt it.
Maybe he thought he was saying Patrick Mahomes. I'm not sure. Go ahead.
Nick, I blame you.
Oh.
Because Caleb Williams, I believe, is a very smart and intelligent guy.
There's no question.
And he understands that when you say something is 2.0,
gosh darn it, man.
you're saying they're better.
I don't know that.
I mean, everybody knows that.
Yeah, if you get a phone.
And you said time and time again, not that he's Patrick Mahomes Jr.,
No.
not that he's Patrick Mahomes light.
Because Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes Jr.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Patrick Mahomes
Jr.
Okay,
All right?
go ahead.
But you said he's Patrick Mahomes 2.0, so he thought he watches the show. He knows you're a fan. Oh,
so I'm
better than Mahomes
so
already.
Can I give
now I got to chase Brady.
Actual analysis here for a moment because I know I was kind of screwing around. I think Caleb, and I respect this about him. His goal is to, as quickly as possible, be the best quarterback in the league, be considered the best quarterback in the league, which is part of the reason the people he has paid the most compliments to, even though stylistically he is obviously most similar to Patrick Mahomes, and there is the Kingsbury connection and you know what I mean, all of it. He's paid it to Brady and to Rodgers. And I think it's because, and he won't say this, and I don't know Caleb well enough to say this, but I'm just, the way I read it as, he looks at Mahomes as a rival. Even though Mahomes is 8 years older, as Mahomes is the guy at the top of the mountain active. I am now playing. Rodgers is still playing, but he's clearly a different player, and Brady's retired. So I'm not going to pay him any compliments because he's my target. He's the guy that I am actually chasing because I think Caleb absolutely believes he is going to be the best quarterback in football in the next 5 years. I think he absolutely believes that. So he doesn't want to pay compliments to Patrick. That's what
I don't hate that.
No, me neither.
It's the anti-KD approach, right? It's like I'm about to get this dude. And we've joked about, and I like Caleb too. This didn't sit that well with me.
Why?
Because it was like, I get what he's saying. The standard is Brady, right?
Yeah.
7. That's the standard. But I feel like, and kind of babysit. I mean, Mahomes is right there. It'd be like if somebody came in the league saying, I'm chasing Jordan. Yeah. And they just bypass LeBron. Yeah. Like, it would be a little bit.
That's what Micah said. Lawrence Taylor.
LeBron's not in this.
I want to be Lawrence Taylor. Micah never even said that. Media said that about Micah, and people got upset about it.
So, yeah,
it's a lot. He knows it's a lot. It's a lot.
I think what he's saying is he wants to be the best player in the league.
Yeah, sure.
And I think that and maybe I'm not the only person, and maybe people think I'm getting ahead of myself. I do think we actually have a chance of a real quarterback rivalry. And that we haven't had, and in part because Mahomes isn't going to have the chance to beat Caleb's head in the playoffs the way he has his other rivals because they're in different conferences. Well, so it would be, I was CJ
Stroud.
Yeah, and CJ's
exactly right.
Right, but I don't think that's where Caleb's head's at. I don't think Caleb.
I agree with that.
I don't know if that's necessarily
right. Is that a good thing?
Okay. I mean,
it'd be odd if there's a chance he could eventually become the GOAT coach.
Okay. So before I give my answer, I have an odd opinion on this. If you ask me who I think the greatest football coach of all time is, my answer is Bill Parcells. I just think he is. I think he has
But you wouldn't call him the GOAT.
He is not considered the GOAT by the standards of what. But I think the two best football coaches ever are Bill Parcells and Bill Walsh, which means Bill Belichick's not even the top two Bill coach, but he's considered the greatest coach of all time. Right, because of the coaching trees and the accomplishment. But for those guys, the innovations, all those things. But obviously, it's considered Belichick. So if the question is, will he catch Belichick? If he finishes this contract, unequivocally, yes.
Oh.
We'll show you the numbers. Like, this contract would take him for 6 more years. So he'll not only catch Belichick, he'll catch Shula in 6 more years. How many games do you think the Chiefs are going to win a year? He's 70 behind Shula.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Average 12 wins a year. That's what they've done. Mahomes is going to be there. Playoff wins, he could catch Belichick in the next few years. And if he coaches 6 more years, I think he will pass Belichick in playoff wins, pass Belichick in Super Bowl wins, and has a real shot at.
You think he's going to have 4 Super Bowls?
No, sorry, I misspoke. Pass Belichick in playoff wins, pass Belichick in regular season wins, and at least come close, if not tie him in Super Bowl wins.
Sure.
Yeah, to get to 5 or 6, and have no asterisk on the career, but. And so, I think absolutely.
Trying too hard.
I'm with you on yes, he can become, because this 6 seasons, he's got to win 3 Super Bowls to equal him. Now, I think he has to probably win 6 because to be unequivocally.
Sure.
All right, I think if he gets 5, some will argue it. I may argue it. But for him to be unequivocally the GOAT, it has to be 6.
Can I just argue? Might need 7. If you want to be unequivocal.
Look at this. The difference is what each of them did without their GOAT quarterback.
Yep.
Look at Andy Reid is so much better than Belichick. Belichick without Brady, Reid without Mahomes. Belichick made the playoffs twice in 11 seasons. Reid 13 times in 19 seasons. He's made a Super Bowl.
Yeah, how'd that go?
But he made one.
How'd it go?
Look at Belichick. I see zeros.
How did it go?
I see.
When Andy Reid made the Super Bowl, how did it go?
He lost, but at least he got there.
Who did he lose to?
To Belichick.
Okay.
Belichick had Tom Brady.
Let me ask a question.
And Donovan McNabb.
Yes.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Donovan McNabb is not Matt Castle.
Belichick hasn't done jack without Brady.
Made the playoffs.
No, they didn't.
Or almost.
Yeah,
They didn't make the playoffs. It doesn't matter. They didn't make the
postseason. But let me just ask one question. I know we only have 15 seconds. What if Belichick does get another job, and we consider it a good job, and it goes really poorly? That's the other wrinkle to this. The other wrinkle is if Belichick comes out next year and a year from now he is the coach of the Cowboys with Dak, or he is the coach of Philly, or he is the coach of a team that we think, they should be decent, and it goes terribly.
Terribly?
Yeah,
there's already a little shine off Bill.
Yeah, that's my point.
He didn't get hired.
I actually think it's coming around.
Well, maybe, but right now there's a little shine.
But I don't think anybody thinks Andy's going to have Andy's going to end on a high note.
Yeah, he's not going to end like
Andy's going to end with Mahomes as quarterback on a high note. So